There are moments that mark your life, where time is divided into two parts, before and after. For almost 3 years, we traveled full-time. We made a choice to drive south, to travel into the unknown, and search out the best in every situation. After 16 countries, Spanish immersion, food poisoning, dog quarantines, car trouble, attempted break-ins, and countless adventures, we made it to the very tip of South America. The bottom of the world. The end of the road.
This is surreal, guys. That's it.
We did it.
Fin del mundo means the end of the world. No matter where we made it to or where we were going, we were always pointing south. And now we're as far south as you can go.
Wherever you're going, I'm going to. I'll follow you.
When you live in a van, home is wherever you park it. We loved the excitement and unpredictability of travel, knowing that we just needed to close our doors to feel safe in these 60 square feet. But what happens when the world starts to shut down? When no one knows what's happening or how long it'll last? So my partner and I are American citizens. We've been traveling South America in our camper van, and I was wondering if you had any information on whether the shipping lanes would reopen anytime soon, or the border to Uruguay would open again so that we could ship our van.
As far as we know, they're under the same restrictions as commercial flights, so everything is canceled so far.
Okay. What are you recommending for American citizens right now?
I mean, to try to schedule your flights and leave as soon as possible before more restrictions are implemented.
We made the heartbreaking decision to evacuate Argentina and store our van in a campground, unsure if we'd ever see her again, and returned back to the United States.
Oh, there it is. For the last time, you guys will probably see it for quite some time. It's not because it's just our home that we're leaving behind. It's because we made it, and it's like very special to us. And it's just kind of sad.
Although it was filled with uncertainty, those first few months back in Utah were a blessing in disguise. Spending time with family, transforming the family farm. Oh, so much poop! Oh, no! Oh, gross! We built a greenhouse, grew plants out of our own vegetable garden, raised goats. We even eloped.
What are you doing here? I know you.
Well, what are you doing here?
So this
That's
is
your brother?
this is Dr. Taylor and Suzanne.
Devin and Suzanne. You don't have to call him doctor.
He's gonna be marrying us
Oh! Soon? Right
now.
That we only get one life, I wanna make it count.
In a last-minute ceremony, with just a couple people around, we decided not to delay joy. It wasn't the big wedding we had planned, but it was perfect.
Get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air.
We made a monumental decision to slow down, to set roots, and change everything about our lifestyle.
Can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
So where do we start?
We absolutely love traveling. We probably will never stop traveling, but if there's one thing that traveling through Central and South America over the past almost 2 years has taught us, it's how much we appreciate our family here in Utah.
If there's another thing that this pandemic has taught us, it's that it's really important to have a good, solid home base. So we decided last July while we were home that this piece of property was going to be the perfect opportunity for us to build a nice little home base.
And in July of 2020, we broke ground on the most terrifying adventure of our lives, working with architects, engineers, advisors, and contractors to help us lay the framework and foundation to build our own dream cabin in the mountains.
I've never given up on you. This time I know we're really through. But I've never given
We ran into issues almost right away. That's probably a foot of water in our basement, which is not where we want it to be.
This literally makes me want to cry. That's a lot of water. And the crazy thing is, that is a lot of water. When they dug this up, there was just a little bit of water. But now that it's sat for 2 days, there's a lot of water. So I'm guessing all we have to do is take a lot of money and just bury it with the water, and the water will leave us alone.
That's usually what happens.
But with every curve in the road, we've tried to overcome it with gratitude and grace.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing to blink. I could go for some Queen Bee too. Macy's going boom boom. Baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over. We can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide.
We hired out excavation and concrete, and then took over from there and have basically done everything else since then ourselves, with the help of some incredible friends. Driving up here, a lot of trees were down. It was super windy last night, and it still is. Luckily, no trees are fallen on our property, on our freshly poured walls or foundation, which is awesome because that would be really bad. It is a little bit windy though.
Not having fun. Well, this really sucks. Supposedly, like tonight/tomorrow is when the chances of snow were gonna happen in the mountains. Not last night. Woo! It's insanely windy. All of this wood has snow on it, which will in turn make this wood wet. None of this wood should be getting wet. This is really bad.
We knew we wanted to be in the mountains, and our property is at 8,000 feet elevation, which means the summer is short and the winter is harsh. So from the moment we started working, we knew the race against winter was on.
I've never given up on you. This time I know we're really through. But I've never given up on you.
Some water. How's it taste?
Tastes like plastic.
Woo!
It's great.
I know as the daylight grows how I am supposed to feel. To make the same mistakes, to be part of something real.
It's a really big moment in the build. This is the first wall that we've framed that's gonna get stood up. We're just gonna lean it against the wall. But we're still the first wall we're standing.
And it's beautiful.
really light.
Oh my goodness, you guys!
Until we get upstairs.
I set out on a road that I built with my own two hands. I met friends on the way, people chosen to make a stand. I felt strong in the sun as I walked onto pastures green. Saw forgiveness together, spaces in between. And I'll be with you through the night. And I'll turn every wrong to right.
This is insane. Oh, here we go! Woo! Be careful, Trent. Get out of there, Trent. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, you guys, we have a wall. It's standing upright, it hasn't smushed anybody. The crane is still attached to it, and so while it's attached, they're doing all the bracing. It's basically an enormous wind sail, and we need to brace it as much as possible because we're probably not going to be able to get another wall frame today, and we do not want to come back tomorrow morning to this thing having blown over. But I think the stressful part is almost over. They still have to climb up to the top and unhook the straps. After that, we're in the clear. We went from winter to summer.
2, 3. Get all three of us under it.
Yeah. Where we tried to get as much done as we possibly could while the weather was warm and sunny enough for us to be working outside.
Set, go!
A few more inches and you're on the ground. There you go. Oh my goodness.
How we looking?
Good. Got a little higher than once.
It's not dropping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at this! Wow! You're so close.
You're amazing, Trent. There it is.
Oh.
Redneck ingenuity at its finest.
Back to winter, and then back to summer, which led us to the most catastrophic part of the build so far. Scary! Oh my goodness. This thing is huge.
This is it, Dad.
Run! You're doing so good!
Thank you.
Oh! 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 Oh no!
Oh my God.
Oh no! No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Trent, get out of the way! It was a very tense rest of the afternoon, trying to get the beam in place correctly. Needless to say, it took a lot of time and effort. But everything worked out in the end. How's it look, Brandon? Is it in a good spot?
Good enough.
That was terrifying. What a morning.
I'm scared.
That was so intense.
For you?
For me.
No.
One thing I'm so glad that we haven't had to worry about in the last year is where our meat comes from. We get all of our meat from ButcherBox, which is ethically sourced, it's delicious, and it's also the sponsor of today's video. ButcherBox believes in better. They deliver 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, and wild-caught seafood directly to your door. They take the guesswork out of shopping to ensure high-quality meat that is better for your family, sourced directly from farmers with high standards for animal welfare and sustainable farming. We absolutely love ButcherBox, and if you want to check them out, click the link in our description and you'll actually get free ground beef for life with your box. I just want to say thank you again to ButcherBox for sponsoring this video. Everything from that point on was a race to get the roof on before it snowed for real. It's cloudy, pretty overcast. It smells like snow, that like wintry smell. The property is a disaster. The snow is on its way. Luckily, we have incredible friends that are coming to help today also. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning.
Have you checked the weather recently?
I don't want to.
It's not good. While Trent is working on the roof, I am going to winterize the rest of the entire property. We got a lot of cleaning and organizing and insulating and preparing to do. We don't have any time to waste today. Let's get to work.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go. Nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go? Nah, nah. Just let me know that I am safe here in your arms. I wanna stay.
With the help of our friends and neighbors, we winterized the property and got the roof on with hours to spare. That night, we finished sealing up the roof, and the next morning, we woke up to this.
Baby, don't move now. Baby, don't move. Gotta stand still right now, where I can see you.
What are you doing? You little snow dog. Let's go. Let's go.
Baby, I don't want you to change. Just stay the same.
What do you got?
Everything will be okay. Promise I will always wait for you to go and find.
You survived.
Oh my gosh.
Not good, huh?
No, it's totally fine. I spent an hour pulling a guy out of the ditch down at the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, and he was driving a Ford, for all you Ford guys.
Wow.
Ford in the ditch.
If you notice, the Chevy didn't make it either. This is Ram country. Tough trucks.
I'm glad Brandon made
I
it.
would have made it.
Kevin, last time you said it wasn't going to snow till Christmas.
This is a dusting.
Oh, thank you.
This is not snow for this area. This is a dusting.
Within 30 seconds, it's now gone from crystal clear blue skies, no wind and no snow, to harsh wind. It's snowing again. It's one of those days. Winter wasn't going anywhere anytime soon, but that wasn't going to stop us. We continued to work on the sunroom roof, installing windows, and enjoying the ridiculously snowy paradise, all while starting to see the home that this build could become. A couple of you have been sending us Christmas ornaments, which is incredible because we've never had a tree together, much less a tree in our own house that we're building ourselves. This is the very first ornament on our very first tree together. How's that?
It has begun.
It has begun! Of course, we're living in a camp trailer in the mountains, so inevitably, it's not always picture perfect. I wanted to show you guys what life looks like when things aren't going according to plan, because tonight is the epitome of that. We have no power, we have no water, we have no heat. Things are not looking good. Oh boy. We signed up for this, huh?
Yeah, we did. And this is a good example of when good ideas go bad. Honestly, this probably would have been fine if we left the water on, but the problem is we left the heat tape plugged in and this was super insulated, and we shut the water off in case there was a leak or we had any issues. Basically an empty pipe with no water in it. Got way too hot. So I got some new heat tape after this got disintegrated. I'm gonna put the heat tape on the pipe, and then I'm gonna try to cover it with one of these metal exhaust pipes again. If it doesn't turn on when I flip this breaker, then we're in big trouble. So I have faith, confidence, but I'm also extremely nervous. 3, 2, 1. Ah!
Yes!
Yes! I mean, I knew it was gonna happen.
Woo! Oh, it's not even that cold out. It's 18! What's the temperature in here right now?
52.
Oh my goodness.
Terry held the heat pretty well. It's 18 outside.
Yeah, it's true.
52 in here.
Pretty chilly.
That's pretty nice.
But the show must go on, and every day we get a little closer to making this house actually habitable.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops falling on the street.
Whoa.
Well, I think that was most of it. And we did it safely. Here we go. Still some snow up here on the peak. I forgot how scary this roof is. It's pretty scary up here. And if you're watching this at home right now and you're really nervous about Sean and I, just know that we're trained professionals and we've done this before.
Have you done this before?
No, we've never done this before.
Ready to catch her, Brandon? Oh!
How you doing?
Oh, it was like popping a zit, dude. It's just blasting hot air out of this hole.
Really?
Yeah, and it just blew so much sawdust into my face. Oh, that You get experience by doing that. I would not do that again. Oh my gosh. We're gonna build the first fire.
Oh my gosh.
You excited?
What better day to build a fire than when it's absolutely freezing outside? It's like 12 degrees and snowing, absolutely frigid in the house. I cannot wait to get a little bit warmer in here. Paper doesn't even burn.
Just like that, you can burn your house down. Well, we're just gonna sit here and watch the fire for a while, and we'll pick you guys up when we start doing some plumbing.
All that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Frank, this way. The snow is so deep. Oh, Frank boy.
Oh no.
Look at the 4Runner. There's so much snow on it.
The Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
Clearing some stuff out of the way and thought there was just a big stick in the middle of where Trent is about to pull in the tractor. So I was like, oh, I better move this stick out of the way. It was a piece of frozen dog poop. Every day was a challenge in a different way, and that's what makes life exciting. We're still happily married, so it must mean we're doing something right. Slowly, we pieced together plumbing, propane connections, wired the electrical, installed HVAC ducting, and decided, hey, why not add some spice to our life?
So, everybody, meet Lika. She's a little vocal right now.
You a good girl. Oh my god. You a good girl.
She's about 10 weeks old, and she's a German Shepherd Malinois mix.
Lika.
She doesn't understand what it takes to film a video yet. She is really sweet and really adorable, and Frank does not approve, unfortunately.
You have a sister. You've never had a sister. Luckily, it didn't take long for Frank to turn into the amazing big brother we knew he would be. After that, life got a little crazy. Our four-way inspection, electrical, HVAC, plumbing, and framing, was a total disaster.
We are having our four-way inspection. We are doing everything we can to get everything going. We got the sewer system filling up, and if this thing fills up and it's leaking, remember last time we filled it up? It wasn't leaking. If it's leaking now, I'm gonna burn this house down.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
Plug just popped out?
Yeah.
So there's basically a plug that was in a drain. It was under pressure and somehow it popped out. And when it popped out, all the water that was in the system came out of that drain. Our problem right now is that our ducts are all full of water right now. So the pump is connected, but if I don't come over here and pump it every so often,
Oh my gosh. Someone just needs to stand there and monitor it.
It's not my fault, it's Home Depot's fault.
That is the greatest excuse in human history. It's not my fault.
Hey.
Who built the house, Trent?
Kevin did.
And even though we try to roll with the punches, it left us feeling pretty defeated.
All right.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Drive safe going down.
That's amazing.
Yippee-ki-yay! Basically, we just have a couple pieces of blocking, and we have to change some silver screws to some brass screws. And then we're pretty much done.
That's amazing.
Also, I'm gonna go drain the water out of the sewer line so that we don't have another huge disaster.
Thank you. As spring approached, the warm weather was a huge motivation, and the build feels like it could be done in a few months. For the first time, the end feels like it could be in sight. We like to joke that we thrive in chaos, and after years of discussion, we decided to try to start a family.
The sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the
You're gonna be another big brother.
behind the clouds? Maybe
I don't know if you can see this.
like me, a little bit scared of heights.
There's 2 bars there.
Why does the rain always keep
2 bars is a positive.
when it's gray outside?
Oh my god.
It makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder.
We're gonna have a baby. Things really started to speed up after that.
We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.
And for the first time, I think we've both decided we have enough going on in our lives and don't need to add any more chaos to the mix.
It's just us two, me and you. Oh, I can't believe you love me.
The pressure is definitely on now as we get closer and closer to a real deadline. This baby is coming Thanksgiving of 2021, and we're doing everything we can to move in before he arrives.
I hope it never ends. Let's be more than friends. Yeah.
It's been about a year from when we started building, and we're loving this adventure and the memories we're making in the process. Hopefully we can get certificate of occupancy soon and move in before winter hits. Thanks again to ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. Subscribe and follow along every Monday and Friday as we post videos sharing the ups and downs of this wild ride and the joys of building our dream cabin in the mountains.